Good afternoon, John Verlin once again with another on-demand advertising solution digital marketing update. And I'm calling this, Are You Aware When Your Customers Vent? What Can Kill Your Business? Going to make a couple of observations here in general and then a major one tied to that. This past weekend, now this is the first part of August 2017, attended a seminar for the Small Business Development Center at a local community college where I'm near, and it was about buying and selling a business. And I talked to an attorney there who was an instructor, and I asked him in general, tell me a little bit about how you're seeing small businesses today and how they're doing. Are they doing well? Are they not doing well? So-so? And he goes, oh, they're doing all right, but nothing to scream about. And so, and he talks to a lot of small business owners who come to the university for courses. And I began talking to him about what I do, and he pretty much agreed with me, said that a lot of small business owners don't understand social media, content marketing, podcasting. They don't understand a lot of it, and they don't use it. But he said they need to, because it's moving in that direction pretty quick. And if they aren't doing it, their competitors will. And he pretty much agreed with everything in that statement. So it's something to be aware of. I mean, this is from a community college that teaches small business courses on building a business. And, his observations of talking to people who are coming to those courses. So it's kind of a heads up on being aware of this, either bringing in somebody to freelance, do it for you, or learn the skills or hire somebody to do it, because it is going to be impacting businesses large and small. It already has, but it's going to continue to do so. Now, another example I had over the weekend was a lady in the little town I live in who does quilt making, machine quilting. And my girlfriend's sister wanted to get a baby blanket made. So we ended up driving by. We found out through a little yard sign that she did this, and we went and met with her, and she was going to get measurements and everything. And I asked her, I said, well, so do you have a website? Well, no. Oh, okay. So do you just have the yard sign? She goes, yeah. And I said, I'm curious, how has that worked for you? Well, it's done okay, but the city's probably going to make me take it down. I'll go, oh. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, all right, you don't have a website. She obviously, she had some quilts made. I mean, she's somehow getting business word of mouth, I would imagine. And yet, what's going to happen when she has to take the sign down? What's she going to do? And she doesn't have a website. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, the dilemma. She probably is getting referrals, which is great. And she may continue to do that, and she may not want any more business too. But this is a scenario I'm seeing kind of time and time again, and they're not prepared for when suddenly their market changes or a competitor comes in and does it better or cheaper. So these are things to be aware of. And one glaring example I wanted to talk about was a large national bank, multi-billion-dollar bank, and I was talking to another social media person about some of the implications and the social media impact of why business needs to be doing, constant content marketing, engaging their prospects and customers and things like that. Okay, this is a huge bank. It's been around over 100 years. They have over, 30-something thousand followers, likes, 16,000 likes on Facebook. I mean, quite a bit of activity. And a lot of their posts were tied into community things they sponsor or, good things. But as I was reading through some of the posts, a couple of them stood out. Basically, how dare you charge my elderly mother a fee because of da-da-da-da-da, and, it was pretty glaring. And they responded, we apologize, we tried to call you, da-da-da-da-da, please call us at this number. So at least they responded. But that was the first thing. And I was showing this to my girlfriend to get her opinion. And then we see a second post. Somebody wrote in, you people went after my dying father and we were behind because of medical bills and this and that and the other. How dare you charge us this and that and threaten to do this and, and it was pretty cutting. I was a little shocked, actually. And they responded, please call us, we will work through this together, whatever. But why do I mention this? This is an example of what I'm talking about, why social media and doing these things I've been suggesting in podcasts of getting your content, your expertise out in podcasting, getting it online, building relationships with your prospects and customers. Because these are customers of this huge bank that's been around forever that are venting. And in spite of all the other posts about the community service things they're involved with in sponsoring, suddenly these two posts cut to the bone, made them look like a terrible, evil bank that's going after their customers. And I looked at my girlfriend and she's like, whoa. Now, she's never even seen that Facebook page or been exposed to that bank. Let's say she was a prospect, suddenly read that on their Facebook page. Now, they are aware because they've been doing social media for 5 years now, it looks like, on their Facebook page. But again, this is my point in all this. Your customers and prospects, whether you know it or not, may be venting on, if you do have a Facebook business page, if you have a personal business page, or rather a Facebook personal page, or Yelp, or Google+, or any other social media platform, whether you think you need to be involved or not, they may be involved and they may be saying nasty things about you. So it's critical that you're aware and that you're answering. Now, give it the bank credit, they did respond. Hopefully they would rectify everything, make everybody happy. But the point is, this is why this is dangerous. Social media is here, and as that lawyer I talked to indicated, yes, it's moving in this direction, so much so that you can't sit on your duff and not pay attention to it, because people can now use it. It's not just a bad neighbor telling a neighbor something. This is venting to thousands and thousands of people who are following or liking those posts and that page. And just remember, all marketing ties back into the customer experience. Whether it's Facebook posts, Twitter posts, blog content, podcasting, you name it, TV ads, radio ads, direct mail, email marketing, all of this ties into that end customer experience. That's the critical thing, because that's where we're headed. And it's going to be mandated or dictated at some point through automated not say robotics, artificial intelligence or whatever. I mean, it's getting smarter and smarter to know what customers want. And providing that will be the differentiator between you and a competitor. But letting a customer get mad and not responding and not being aware, and I've seen this quite a few times, can really be a black eye, and it didn't have to happen, perhaps, is what I'm saying. So this is why all of this is important, of recognizing the online threat, if you want to call it that, from a competitor and or prospects or customers who are engaged. And if you're not, that's a judgment call. And that's a judgment call, too, when they are searching and looking of who to do business with. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. But just some observations this past week of people I talked to and things I witnessed that keep in mind when you're growing your business. And if you're not doing social media, be thinking about that. Be understanding, your customers are critical, and they may be engaged on social media in one way or the other. And if you don't have a website, again, it's all part of that customer perception of what I call the branding or the marketing platform, the perception they have and the branding perception they have of who you are and about your business. John Verlin, I'm at jverlin1@yahoo.com, On-Demand Advertising Solutions. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.